and welcome to Morning Pulse, the pulse of Nigerian politics, right here on Active Citizens. My name is Sharon Enemchuku. Joining me live in the studio as always, I have with me my co-host Ifoma Oji. Good morning. How are you doing?
Good morning, Sharon.
How are you doing?
I'm great.
All right, and thank you too. Thank you, and Mr. Daniel Sacramento, our analyst. Good morning, sir. How are you doing?
Good morning, sir.
I think it's right. I only wish us a Merry Christmas. Yes, just few days before Christmas, literally just 2 days before Christmas, and I don't know, is the energy changing? Is it giving Christmas already?
Yes. I was actually asking why I haven't felt that Hamatan vibe. Yes, and it rained yesterday, so I'm like, okay, I think this should be the beginning of Hamatan. So we're looking forward to more Hamatan, but I'm feeling the season.
The festivity. People are already traveling. Talk about the traffic. It has been insane. The fact that people are coming from far and wide. We have our IJGBs already in town, and it just seems as though everywhere is choked up. We love it. I think the only problem or slight issue I have is with the Hamatan not coming as early as possible. This is 23rd. Or is it 22nd? 23rd. And we have not seen. It's just quite interesting.
Hi, baby, please, we're waiting for you.
Yeah. All right, we're going straight to the story we have for today. The federal government has officially declared bandits as terrorists, making a major shift in Nigeria's security agencies. For years, banditry has meant mass kidnappings, village attacks, and negotiations that left many Nigerians crushed and confused. This new label signals a tougher stance and a promise of stronger action. But beyond the announcement now, Nigerians want answers. Does this change how the military operates? Will ransom payments and negotiations finally stop? Does this improve persecution, or is it simply a change in terminology? And I think personally for me, I'm asking, does this mean that we are changing from the non-kinetic approach to the kinetic approach? But let me start from you, Ifoma. Now, what are your takes on this new development?
I think most of the news or the things we talk about on the show is no longer surprising about Nigeria. It's no longer surprising to me, especially about this federal government, the government, or whatever they call themselves. I'm not surprised anymore. So seeing this one, I'm like, okay, it's another one. The truth about it is that Nigerian government, let me just put it like that, is full of drama, it's full of theatrics. It's when you wake up one day, you be like, okay, what am I going to hear from them? What will be the headline for today? And when you see the headlines, you're like, okay, maybe I'm expecting something like this. So they talk too much. That's another problem we have with them.
Our federal government
talk too much, and a situation whereby you always cho every single time, you end up not doing anything. I think Nigerians will feel more better if they have taken actions instead of every single time you're telling us zero tolerance. I think one time, I think when the president, was it over the weekend, the president submitted his budget for 2026, and during his speech for that budget presentation, he mentioned that come 2026 that there will be zero tolerance towards bandits and terrorism. So I'm like, so the remains of 2025,
we can allow bandits,
people can die. Yes, people, they can terrorize people, which is quite sad. It doesn't show a government with oversight. It doesn't show a government with empathy. And I just wonder if it's really Nigerians that they are ruling, or maybe like cows, because I think at this point cows are far more better.
We need to ask the government that question.
Yes, it's
let's also take a look at a video from the federal government, and then we'll come back to you, Mr. Daniel Sacramento.
Let me clear them. Let me clear up them. Let me clear
All right, now we are going to take a look at that video way later, but let me get your take first, Mr. Daniel Sacramento.
Well, the federal government announcing that the bandits kidnapping will be treated as terrorists. I think they are just coming in very late. We already know they are terrorists. All of them are all terrorists. And it shouldn't be a new thing to us. We've been hearing all those languages all the while. And that's not what Nigerians want to hear. What Nigerians want to hear is how you handle them. What are the results from all the grammars that they have been speaking? What are the results? Because it's the end that justifies the means.
True.
So it's not about coming to tell us now. We already know they are terrorists. We don't need a soothsayer to tell us. That's not what is paramount. What is paramount is, let's see a new approach in the security system. We want to see new approaches. We want to see new level of wow us for the first time. At least when we come out of the street, we see the level of equipments that we wouldn't have, we've never seen before. We see some equipments that
deployment of
security, different styles of security. We see them. These are not people who block the road anymore. We see people with different attire, different attitude. You move around, you see drones flying here, over here and there. We see helicopters here and there. We begin to see some level of the forest where travelers pass through is being manned by a high level of security system. Do you understand?
Yeah.
We see dogs that are all there, the K9s, all of them being there. We want to see a new approach. We want to see a new systematic change. That's what Nigerians are looking out for. Telling us now these people are, we know already. Remember, the House have already come up with a motion of death sentence for terrorism and all this. So that it shouldn't be a thing of concern. What we want to see now is a new approach, is a new systematic change in the system. No longer the level of police we used to have, terrorizing innocent people here and there, the security system. But we want to see a brand new level. The way the current administration has done, withdrawing police from the VIPs and the ministers and whatsoever we have you, it's okay. It's a welcome development. Now we want to see a brand new set of people. Want to feel new.
So these are the things we're looking at. Operations, right? And I'm also throwing this question to both of us here in the studio. You talked about seeing new strategies when it concerns security, right? I just want us to recall the Operation Python Dance, which was a military operation launched in Nigeria's southeast region, specifically targeting criminal activities like kidnapping and armed robbery. But we also know that it was also because of the indigenous people of Biafra that they were trying to target and curb. Now, after that Operation Python Dance, there were a lot of extrajudicial killings, and people felt like their rights were being taken away from them. Now, this was because they were trying to target IPOB, and when you look at IPOB, it didn't take the Nigerian government time to tag them as a terrorist organization. But we're only seeing in 2025, after over 60,000 killings and maybe even more, and more massive abductions, we're hearing that now that bandits have been tagged terrorists. So I'm asking, with the operations that we've seen in the past, like the Operation Python Dance, just compare that, right, with the way they treated that operation, and going forward, are these the type of operations you want to see now targeted as these people that they call terrorists?
Okay, Operation Python Dance came and left, and we had Operation Udoka. And
peace.
Yes. These were the dances that we danced.
The dance for people, they changed that to
during Brutai.
Yes.
He did all those stuffs, and it really didn't fetch anything. The issue is not the operations. The issue is the strategy of the operation. It's what matters most. the strategy you use. Yes, you want to do operation, whatever you want to do. There must be a high level of intelligence, which will now help in driving, in moving in the operations to be able to achieve results. Now, in as much as you're doing operations, there must also be a way you bring back the mindset of people. You let them know you are not coming for the whole people, but you are coming to take away those criminal elements that are fomenting problems and troubles. Because these people are not spirits. They are living with people. They have parents. Yes. They have brothers and sisters. Some of the parents are involved in these nefarious activities that are ongoing. So the truth about it is that sensitization, like I keep saying, I've said this before and I'm saying it again. The president have a lot of job to do. And because if he tries this formation I'm saying, you will see a drastic change of approach in the whole southeastern, in the whole region, not only southeast. Now, I've said this. Go to the people directly, not sending emissaries. Come to them, find out what is causing the problem. The Fulanis as well. What actually do they want? Then they know how to get the intelligence to get to these people that are doing this business. Now, you must also realize that Fulanis alone are not the people perpetrating this act. Because a lot of our people and some other regions are in the forest as well. Because this whole thing has turned into a lucrative business. So politicians are even involved. Some of the people who were disenfranchised, that believe that every atmosphere of politics, that they should be at forefront. They don't have business. They have no shops anywhere. All they have is every government that comes, they want to be there. They want to be in the corridor of powers, believing that they supersede every other person. So these are the people fomenting troubles. Then there are a lot of security personnel that were disengaged. So many of them has gone back into criminality. So these are the problems. So there must be a strategy to curb this. Most especially coming from security people that has been disengaged.
Okay.
Because these are the people that trains these guys. Because they are already professional, because they were already trained. So there should be a way they should be taken off from these criminal activities.
All right.
Let's go on.
Okay, I want to ask a question. Okay. No, I'm going to ask a different question. You can give your take, but the question I have for you really is, Mr. Daniel Sacramento talked about now coming to a roundtable discussion with the Fulanis and asking them what exactly they want. And I'm asking now.
Every region.
Yes, okay, yeah, every region. But just taking out what you said about the Fulanis, because we know that when you look at the killings, they're mostly from the Fulanis. The Hausas will tell you that they are not the same, right? Now, do you think now that what they are doing is that they're using the killings as a way to get the attention of the federal government to what they want? And if you think so, can you compare them to IPOP and can you tag them a sectionist group?
Okay, first of all, let me answer this. I think you directed the first question to I and Mr. Sacramento.
No, please start with the second one, because that one he has already answered it. Because
I just wanted to chip something into that, but no problem. Let me just go straight to the question he asked. Well, the thing there is that I think Nigerian government have had a lot of discussion with this terrorist organization. I remember one time El Rufai came out talking about I said El Rufai Gumi talking about how he was negotiating with these people. He goes to the bush and the rest of them. And at the end of the day, I asked myself, what exactly was the result of those negotiations, peace talk, and the rest of them that he did with them? If truly that this government or these Fulani people have a particular thing that they would want the government, or they want to get the attention of the government during those peace talk and the rest of them, why is it that they weren't able to open up and say this and this is what we want and we will stop the killing? It shows you that this is something maybe like they derive joy in doing. And remember their own what is it called, tradition. They have this mindset that when you take a life that you have a reward or whatever it when you go to meet your maker. So I feel like they're actually doing this for the fun of it. And then comparing it to IPOB is far more different than this terrorist organization. IPOB is not a terrorist organization. The time it was created is when people were already tired with the norms. People were already tired of the sideline, the marginalization, and the rest of them, and they were looking for a secession. They were looking for a way to be separate from the Nigeria. That's why you saw the creation of IPOB and the rest of them. And the only thing that they were craving for is, we really want to be out of this Nigeria talk. It is not helping us. The one Nigeria you've been chanting, it doesn't help. So let us be away from Nigeria. We want to secede from Nigeria. And then, like I said, you cannot compare. These people is more like their organization that is targeted as at Christians, because we've seen.
Okay, so you have different opinion for what Mr. Daniel is saying. Because Mr. Daniel is saying that there might be something that they want that they have not gotten, and we need to have that discussion with them. But you're saying that they are just
the conversation. Why haven't they aired their opinion, saying that this is what we want, and then these whole killings will come to an end? But they've had a lot of peace talks with them. Did it end? It did not end. So they derive joy in doing this.
Okay, now let me comment there. Gumi didn't negotiate for the federal government. He never did. He went on his own.
No, he said that key notable office holders went with him to the bush.
In Zamfara and this. So the government, Matawale, who is there now, when he was the governor, he knows these guys. Now the truth about is this. Federal government does not negotiate with terrorists on a normal. In any sane country, you don't do negotiation with them, because you are only giving grounds for more to come, which has already happened. They tried lobbying Jonathan when he was to do the same with Boko Haram, to tell what actually is their problem, where they say that Western education is a problem. Now the key fact is that if things like this start coming up, note, there are politicians that are fueling it. Do you understand? There are politicians that are fueling it. Fulanis has been in existence for a very long time. The likes of Katsina State, when late Musa Yar'Adua and his brother were there was peace. Katsina has always been a peaceful place till all this crop of new politicians came on board and started disrupting everywhere. The same way how Just Crisis started in 2001. You understand? These are things that people are fueling because they are making money from it. Now we need to fish out those criminal elements. They shouldn't be taken into custody. They should be taken out completely. That is the way to have a new front.
Exactly.
If you begin to put them incarcerate them, you are giving them rooms for negotiation.
You're saying that we should listen to them. No. What they want.
Now you can listen to sane people, not insane people. There are sane people who are the people there are still genuine Fulanis that are going about doing their businesses. There's so many of them. I don't know if you know that. Now I was reading a documentary. A lady was doing a documentary that in Ohafia and Afibo, that you don't bring in cattle into that place, and that is why you don't see Fulanis there. I now started thinking that is a good one. You can kill your cow anywhere, but don't bring in a live cow into that place. It's forbidden. Now what does it mean? It says the implication there is that since the Fulanis, the Meiti Allies or whatsoever they say, is because of their cow rustling that generates terrorists. Now if you caught cow coming in, they don't want to see anybody with cow around there. Will those people come in?
No.
The answer is no. So you see, that is a strategy, a very massive strategy. So the issue is that the federal government has to sit down. Like I said, you will sit down with reasonable people. These are the people that will tell you. When you come to IPOB wasn't formed for a terrorist group. These are people that are agitated the way mass up. Where? Now, what they needed to do was to listen to them. But the problem was that criminals hijacked it. It now became a very terrible thing that you cannot even know the rightful IPOP and the wrong one. So, whenever there is a vision without a mission, it becomes blind, a blind one. So that's exactly what happened. So there are still genuine people who believe in genuine cause, who believe that things could still be done right. So that's why I'm saying the president should come. Let's have a roundtable conference, a roundtable talk, not bringing the whole Nigerians anymore in one umbrella, region by region. Hear from them what they want, how they want, how you can now resolve it. Then you will strike a balance. Everybody strikes a balance. You now know you are having a straightforward report.
See,
I don't know if you understand.
Yes,
now you go to another region, you hear their peculiar issue. You do the one you could do.
Mr. Sako,
you're not going to solve all.
Yeah, let me just inject something into what you're saying. I think, like I always say, if the federal government truly wants this insecurity to end, they know what to do. Now, this is some of the reasons why you're seeing them nonchalant about insecurity in Nigeria, is because key holders in public offices, in top positions, are involved in these criminal activities. And if you want to expose criminal activities, you have to equally expose them. And is the federal government ready to do that? That is the question that we ask. So if they want to truly end,
it shows we are all in the same. We are all just saying the same thing.
It's not completely even about meeting regions.
No.
They know all these.
No. You have to meet regions.
They are aware. They know all these people.
We agree.
There was a time I was this Dangote and Farouk was it called back and forth. Somebody came out on social media and said that yes, we understand the fact that Farouk embezzled funds and the rest of them, but that doesn't stop the fact that these two people they know exactly what they are.
I said it here.
I think yes, Mr. Sako mentioned it, that Dangote should come out clearly to tell us, okay, this is the reason he's calling Farouk out, and that Dangote too is not, his hands are not equally clean. You understand? So all these people, it's more like it's an institution of criminality. It's not like maybe let me just say alleged, but at the same time, for the fact that they have been nonchalant, something really is out there that Nigerians are yet to do. Maybe Nigerians know it already, but yeah, if they want to stop it, they can't stop it.
All right. Now, talking about the fact that it seems that the Nigerian government lacks the political will to really go head on against insecurity in the nation, I don't know if you would think the non-kinetic approach, which is something that our security agencies are currently employing now. I don't know, do you see that changing now that they have come out to declare bandits as terrorists? Do you see them now using the kinetic approach?
They have been using kinetic approach. When Christopher Musa entered as defense minister, he says, do not wait for others.
Okay.
Take anything that looks like an obstacle.
He was sacked after he said that.
Wherever, but now he's still the defense minister.
Sure.
So don't wait for others. Take that thing down. That's a kinetic approach. But the angle where I'm going to is they must use the carrot and the stick.
Okay.
It's very, very important. You must use the carrot and the stick. You understand? Why you are seeing this high level of insecurity in Nigeria is two things: poverty and lack of intelligence. Lack of intelligence. You just breed people. You don't take care of people's welfare. It is very dangerous. Do you know what it means that a man will leave his father and mother and cleave onto security work?
Yes.
Use his life to protect a corrupt politician. Just think about it. Now, the same corrupt politician doesn't care the welfare of that particular person. So why wouldn't there be recurrence of security? Of insecurity? Why? So this should be number one thing that they should look at. So that now, let me give you an instance. In football, why you see they play players who sum of money, they have psychologists. They give you comfort that you don't think of any other thing rather than how to exhibit your talent in the field of play.
Becoming the best.
Becoming the best. So that's why they pay that huge sum of money. Because it's a serious business. So you can't see any footballer saying, I have my container now. You only do that after. Or your money goes to the management that you know that be handling things. It shouldn't be your business. Nobody will even call you to come and tell you that when you are playing football. It's a serious business. They don't. That's why they don't give. Once a white man finds out that your mind is deviated, they relieve you from the duty. They take you off because they don't want any distraction, because they don't take excuses.
So they make sure they settle you.
They make sure they give you, bring your parents. They will ask you to go and bring your family, bring them. They will give you house, give you everything. So that you will concentrate and give in your best. This is where we are lagging behind.
100,000.
So you can't be paying a man that don't sleep, enter any forest, doesn't care if wild animal is there or anything. Then you will come out, you are paying him 50,000 naira. I don't get it. Meanwhile, the people who are causing the damages in this country are earning. In fact, they are not longer earning money; they are earning economy.
Exactly.
These people don't. The economy. That's what they are earning.
For the future generation.
Yes. So the disparity is too high. That is the level of insecurity. This is one of the things Peter B has been shouting. Reduce executive expenditures. Reduce all this. It is frivolous. And see how Nigeria will look like. So generation are coming up now, meeting this evil. Go and check the ages that are perpetrating acts, that are kidnappers, that are terrorists.
Very young.
From 16, 17, 18,
Younger
13, to even 14. What does it mean? We are losing the country. To accept, we begin to do things differently. Check the so-called orientation agents. When last did you hear about them? What have they been oriented? How many programs have you gone about to see, or have they brought to the studio for people to say, okay, this when Dora Queen was there, so one Nigeria, one people. Every morning, every night, you hear it 20 times in a day. It was sinking. And you draw up programs that will attract the whole nation, bring them together, shun crime, embrace goodwill, do things that are positive. You begin to see that agency. But ever since that, even as we are talking, we don't even know if they ask us who is the name of the chairman of I don't even know. I can't remember when last I saw National Orientation Agency. Anyway. So you understand, a lot of things have died off. Things that we scattered off, our forefathers, built over time. This crop of general politicians that are just hawks, destroying every good legacy, trying to bring in what does not. In all these people, when they travel abroad, they comport themselves. So they say good things. So they behave well. Look at a country that has system. Eperemadu, would it have been, if Eperemadu was in Nigeria, would it have been in prison? No.
It's not possible.
Even when he didn't do anything wrong in the whole matter, but because the system says, that is why he's incarcerated. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So that is how a country should work. So we are saying, is telling all these people are now terrorists. Please, that's not what we want. We want to see a new security apparatus, not people blocking roads that are beating innocent citizens, trying to check people's phone, trying to harass people. Military people, they see a Nigerian wearing camouflage, you start beating the person. But in the United States, all these people wear it anyhow and go there nowhere. It doesn't mean that America is devoid of crimes. There's still crime, but there is this relationship. We must build it. If you don't build it, you won't get that intelligence. That is why I said you must use carrot and stick.
Yeah.
If you don't build it, if you don't tell military to embrace people, open up. But that intelligence must be there to gather intelligence, because in every 12 there is always Judas and Thomas. So that is the truth about it.
Thank you very much, Mr. Daniel. I think that's an apt coverage of the entirety of what we're discussing this morning. Ifoma, do you have anything to say finally?
Okay, it's just on the Python Python dance.
Okay,
That's what I want to comment.
Just a minute.
You asked if we should actually adopt that, and I remember when it was introduced in 2016, the main intent was actually to bring back law and order and to stop or halt criminal activities, which we, like what Mr. Sacramento said, we started seeing a lot of Judas in the entire thing, infiltrating the main intent of the distance. So do we, or are we seeing Nigerian government bringing that back or adapting that same approach? I am not sure they are ready for that. See, Sharon, I'm telling you that all these things is going to end in the headlines. We've seen a lot of them. When America designated Nigeria as a country of particular concern, what did they do? Did we see any what's it called, improvement in insecurity? We are yet to see anything. You understand? And that is why we are seeing that America is already cutting ties with Nigeria. Is the Nigerian government still doing something about it? They are not doing anything about it. So this particular one right now, I promise you, it will still end in the headline, just like as you saw it in the headlines. It will end there.
All right, thank you.
But let's give kudos to the military. They are trying their best. At least one of the notorious bandits was killed last week. We'll say kudos to them.
Okay.
But we want a coordinated, not selective. We want a coordinated. The southeastern governor should come, have one central body of security, like the forest guard. Get into forest, get the rifle equipment.
Any government has started.
Yes, they've done that. So these are the things. It shouldn't be. It should be connected,
okay,
so that if these people are running towards this side, these people that are here will wait them. If they are going the other side, these people will wait them and round them up at the middle. But when one particular set of state only is more interested and the other state is not interested, then it will not fly.
They will be able to overshadow.
Yes, so they will, if you pursue them from Enugu state, they will come to Anambra and relax, because Anambra is not ready to pursue them. Now, if Anambra start pursuing them and find out that Imo State is porous, they will go to Imo State and come.
I understand. They need to be a collective effort so that they can.
It has to be round so that you build a wall. He said these people are moving, they are moving towards your axis. You already know the places they are going to. You block them off there. That's how security. That's the intelligence.
I like that. I like that recommendation. I wish the southeastern governors can really come together and combat this, like you said, not per state, but collectively together to fight off these bandits and these terrorists now. But for here, we're going to call it a wrap of the show. Thank you very much to my co-host Ifoma Oji and Mr. Daniel Sacramento for joining me on the conversation today, and to our guests, I say thank you again for joining. If this is your first time, you just watched Morning Pulse right here on Active Citizens, where we discuss Nigerian politics. If you're yet to subscribe to our YouTube channel, please endeavor to do so and follow us across all social media at Active Citizens. You can find me as well at Sharon NM Chuku across all media. And you
can find me on Facebook at Oji Sophia and on Instagram at Misolex.
And for Mr. Daniel Sacramento, he's always in the studio. I don't know about this Christmas period, but we'll see about that. All right. Till I see you next year, do have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. If I'll take it off from here. Thank you very much.
Let me clear about what this means. That henceforth, any armed group that kidnaps our children, that attacks our farmers, that terrorizes our communities, is officially classified and will be dealt with as a terrorist organization, any individual or any group. This is the declaration that Mr. President has made. Now, the era of ambiguous nomenclature is over. If you terrorize our people, whether you are a group or you are an individual, you are a terrorist, and you'll be classified as such. There is no any name hiding.